In the recent update, 205 Avatar of Wrath base Heart of Thunder attack rate increased from 2.3 seconds to 1.15 seconds. Now that is literally a double in attack speed. And normally whenever anyone gets the Avatar of Wrath, they always go middle path because it gives 8 thorns instead of 5, which is insane for like boss balloons. Like if I send round 100 out, he ends up getting around 48,000 pops. However, if we get the other cross path, the Heart of Thunder, this is the one that they just buffed from 2 times attack speed for the lightning attack. Okay, so last time I tested this, the other cross path got more, the middle path, but this time the top one got more. What the heck? Is the top cross path now the better way to go? Because the top gives a bunch of AoE damage. If we do the top path and do it against round 98, it will do way better than the middle path. So the top path on round 98 gets 258,000 pops, compared to the middle path has almost like 0 AoE. It only just relies on the pierce. You can see this one only got 166,000. That's way worse, like almost 100,000 pops. And in the last test, we saw that the top path did even more to the bad. So it seems like it has even better single target damage than the middle path. Yeah, so it's like, I think this update, they made the top path way better than the bottom path because this allows you to pop DDTs late game. And this is just a way better attack for the amount of damage it does for rounds like 98. And normally 100 isn't that big of a deal, but still the top path did more than the bottom path for round 100. So I'm just going to test it in a different spot. Pixel perfect right here, both of them right in that exact spot. And I'm going to test that again to make sure that the top path actually did get more than the middle path for round 100. Okay, top path, 51,478. 51,478. Now we test the middle path just to make sure that that first test wasn't baloney, because I tested this before the video and the bottom path or the middle path did more damage to the bad, but for some reason it was the top path. So let's just double check that. Okay, middle path ended up getting 50,000. So they were very close. I think now you always get the top path. I mean, unless if you're in a very specific situation, we can even test it out even more to see if it's better. We can equip Oben and go back into Sandbox, and we can try out the normal buffs that you would have on Avatar of Wrath. So let's get, we have to get a bunch of druids down and then a level 20 Oben near him. It doesn't have to be level 20, but let's just get it just cause. Okay, this is what about you would have. You might not have the Oben buffs, but we're gonna test the top path first. Okay, round 300, top path, 732,000 pops. Okay, now let's test the middle path. What the heck? There we go. Now let's test the middle path. So it was 172. Wait, was it 100? I don't know. I'll have to check in editing, but we'll see. All right. So yeah, so I just checked the recording back. The other one had 700,000 pops. This one only has 518. Now, I think the top path is just better. I mean, even if you say, well, it's better against single target. Okay, let's send round 40, all right? Let's get the fortified bad. This is a middle path. It should do better, supposedly. And I think it would have done better before the update, but all right, middle path, 743,000 pops, 300. That's very interesting. Because this is more pops than it got on round 300 or whatever. It could be because the attack speed is different. So the faster round of 300 or whatever, it was too fast for it to attack as much as it could on round 140. But we'll see. 743,000 pops on this one. And then we'll test the top path. Because this, if the top path is better in this round, I think it just proves that you always should go the top path regardless of the situation. All right, middle path had 743,000. Top path has 171. This is very interesting. Why was it so different against the normal bad? I'm so confused. Every test seems to be completely different. Like round 300, this one got way more. But then round 140, the middle path got way more as well. Okay, so those tests were very conflicting because sometimes the top one seemed like an obvious choice and sometimes the middle one seemed like an obvious choice. I still feel like the top one was better overall, but then again, sometimes they would just like do way less damage on like they did way less damage on round 140. I think the 025 did way less damage on round 140, but the 025 did way less damage on round 140 than it did on 300, which kind of makes sense, but also not. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if my testing was wrong or what happened, or if there was glitches, because it seemed like sometimes they would just get 700,000, sometimes they get 100,000. But either way, I have a mod called Fast Forward made by Doom Bubbles. What I'm gonna do, I feel like the most useful thing to check is how good it is for chimps, or not specifically chimps. Okay, we can't do chimps with the cash drops, so we'll just do hard, standard, and yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter that it's chimps. I don't know what I'm saying. And then yeah, let's use open. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spam cash drops to have. I'm gonna start with the top path, and then I'm gonna go to the middle path. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna now just spam cash drops, and I'll get a camo village, but that's it. Nothing else. No jungle drums. No nothing. Yeah. So now I'm just gonna place the druids. Okay, I didn't upgrade any of these other ones just like last time. I'm gonna start with top path, and then I'm just gonna get a village. Just a camo village. That's it. Nothing else. For the other one, I don't know if I'll get MIB, but we'll see when we get there. So yeah, so now I'm just going to go all the way to 80 and then do free play till round 100. Actually, we might go further. We'll see how fast it goes. But yeah, if I press F5, specified value. So now I can set to like, I don't know, 6. So that'll be 6 times speed if I speed it up. And yeah, it's going fast, but I wonder how fast I can really make this. Like 100? How fast is that? Okay, yeah, this will help us decide, because I don't think the fast forward mod affects that much. Okay, we passed round 80. Now we're going to free play until, let's do round 110. I feel like that's a good even point. Or I guess until we die. I didn't think about that. We might die. Okay, we lost at round 98. So, but you got 1.2 million pops. So if I just get something as backup like this, just way in the back over here, maybe not that, that's a little bit too much. Just like this in the back. And actually, yeah, I guess that's it. We'll just leave that in the back. Maybe that will get us through 98. And it did. And through 100. So yeah, I'm just going to do that for the other one too, because I want to see how much pops it gets in some late rounds, because that's where the top path. Okay, I guess that's as late as we're going. Never mind. Let's see how many we got. Okay, 1.8 million and 46,000. Okay, now we're gonna have to restart and do the same exact thing, but with the other one, and we'll just go to round 103 again, unless we survive longer for whatever reason. But we won't be able to pop lead, so I'll have to get MIB, which I feel like says something about which one's better, but you know, I guess the tests have to be fair so they can pop all types of balloons. Okay, we got all druids up. Now I need to get an MIB so that we can actually pop everything. And now we'll speed it up and do the same exact thing and see how far we get. Okay, we beat it. At round 98 is when I place the perma spike for the other one, so I'll do the same exact thing for this one. This time we beat round 98 but lost to round 99, which is interesting. But yeah, we'll just get this perma spike again and continue. We survived one extra round, and let's see the pops we have. 2.3 million. I don't know if we got all of that from like just this round though, from round 103. Okay, we're gonna do a test and we're gonna see how many pops are in round 103. So we're just gonna do sandbox and see how many pops are in round 103. So let's go to sandbox. Doesn't matter what monkey we use as long as we pop 103 with like one monkey, which should be easy enough. We could just get super monkey. Okay, let's try it. Okay, 103 has 470,000 pops. So I think it's fair to subtract that. Like, even though the top path druid didn't get as far, so that means, that doesn't necessarily mean it's worse, at least in my opinion, because I think it's about like overall damage, not about how fast it attacks, because I think the middle one attacks a lot faster, but I don't know. The top one did get that attack speed buff, and they have the same attack, it's just that one has a lightning attack. It's very confusing. I thought this would make me understand, but 470,000. And if I check the recording, so the middle path got 2 million minus 470,000. That's like 2.3 million minus 470,000. That is, wait, that is a 1.83 million. And if we go back to how many pops the top path had at the end of round 103, round 103 where it died, 1.84 million. It's the same amount, but this one has more. This one got more. The top path got more pops between round 1 and round 103. The top path got more pops, I think, or it is very close. I think it's I don't know. It's too much math, dude. I have no idea. I think at this point, in my personal opinion, I think if you're going to have to choose one, I feel like top path, the way it just absolutely destroys things like round 98 compared to the middle path, like the middle path was garbage compared to that. So like I feel like if you're playing chimps or you're not getting that far or there's no like boss balloon, you probably want to go top path now. But I don't know, top paths could still be better than middle path, even for bad balloons. But I would just say go top path if you're just going to round 100 or whatever. But if you're in a boss, maybe just go middle path because it seems to do a lot more damage to single target balloons in most cases. But then sometimes, I don't know, just go top path and then go middle path. I would say most of the time top path. If you're doing a boss, go middle path. That's what I'm going to do because normally if I'm doing chimps, I would go middle path. But now I think I go top path because, wow, it is way better for those tough rounds like 98. And it can actually hit the DDTs. You don't need a MIB. Which you could say, oh, you could alchemist buff it. Well, yeah, but that would also increase its attack speed and it ruins the whole point of comparing them. Yeah, that is very interesting. I thought it'd be like easy to tell, but it's like, I don't know, all the tests are just very confusing. I have no idea.